Hey there, it's Laura Smith, MPP for Thornhill. Did you know that before today's YRT and TTC bus and subway systems, residents of Thornhill would have used electrically powered railway known as the radial? And I'm standing outside bus 17 on the now decommissioned Toronto radial line with Duessa Deploy and Barry Nelson of Thornhill's Historical Society. Duessa, I want you to talk about how important this little green shack is to the community.
This Top 17 is a heritage asset for our Thornhill community. It shows the radial rail that moved people from Richmond Hill all the way down to downtown. It was built in 1896 and decommissioned in 1948. So it's been around, we've all passed it, and it's a community asset.
Now, Barry, we were talking about how it really would have linked communities and allowed travelers from Northern York region to get down into the big city. What would have been the original location? Because it wasn't always here.
Right, Laura, and we're listening to the vibrancy today, right?
Yeah.
Back in those days, in the late 1800s, it didn't exist this way. It wasn't as vibrant, it was slow. It was at the top of the Royal Orchard, at the top of the hill. And it stayed there until 1948 when it moved to the golf course and was used in a number of different ways on the west side until 2000 when the local historical society as well as the Lions Club moved it to this location so that we can reflect on it on a day-to-day basis.
It really makes you think about the origins and the first people that arrived here, or actually not the first people, but how it really exploded the neighborhood and the community of Thornhill. What would have been the cost to get on the radial at the time?
Oh man, 25 cents.
25 cents.
25 cents. It was a lot of money.
Yeah.
When the average person made between $1 and $2 a day. Like that's a lot of a day's wages, right? So it was expensive, but it also allowed us to move a lot of goods and people to other markets, which created an interaction between communities we'd not had before.
It really did build a community. And earlier we were talking about building communities and how some of our most famous community members, like the Group of Seven, used the radial to get up north to take some of their best pictures, and literally they encompass their world just in this community that we live in right now.
Absolutely, and that's part of our heritage is the Group of Seven. The founder, J.H. MacDonald, he established his house on Centre Street, and everybody else followed him. And the possibility that they could take the radial rail, they could go downtown, where most of them worked at the Arts and Letters Club, and come back home and enjoy, the countryside of Thornhill at that particular time.
Thank you so much, Duessa and Barry. I want to thank the Thornhill Historical Society for always being such a strong advocate for the community, and the Lions Club for moving this beautiful little building over to this area where it is right now. Thanks so much for listening. That's your Thornhill Minute.